NoCo, how'd you like that snow day? Snow half day? I don't know what we want to call
half
it.
Snow day. We'll call it half snow day.
But we did get the full day off from school, so snow day.
For all the moms and dads out there.
A little convenient, a little inconvenient when we still had to work. But it's okay. We were still riding bikes by the afternoon, so I called it a win.
That's right. I rode my motorcycle yesterday. I thought like the day after a snow day to ride a motorcycle
right,
was kind of cool.
It's a Colorado thing, but... Welcome to the NoCo Pulse, where we're keeping our finger on the pulse of what's going on in NoCo to bring you the business and community updates every Monday.
I'm Kurt Baer. I'm the owner and founder of LoCo Think Tank and the host of the LoCo Experience podcast.
And I'm Kelsey Harris, owner of This Is NoCo and Discover NoCo magazine.
Now let's get on to what's moving in NoCo. Our On the Move segment is sponsored by Miles Beyond Running Community, and we're looking forward to their next event, the Weld Your Metal Running Festival on May 30th and 31st. This one has everything from a run walk 7K to super ultra events, plus saunas and glamping and all kinds of activities. So check that out on their website. And I do have to report that Mandy Mullen did not finish in her attempt to run the Cocodona 250 in Arizona last week. So drop her a note of pride. Anyhow, she made it past the 150-mile mark, but didn't make the time for the next checkpoint. So super proud of her. And also, she traveled down there with the team from Don't Ember Productions. Kudos to them, also a LoCo Think Tank member. So you'll see some kind of a mini doc or similar on that soon.
Yeah, I follow quite a few TikTok and social media people that cover women's sports specifically, and they were covering the Cocodona 250, and it was so cool to be able to follow along and say, hey, I know somebody doing that, and kind of see really how big of a deal it was, what she was doing.
It's pretty
so even
incredible.
To make it 155 miles is insane. So Mandy, congratulations.
Kudos to you. So what's moving in NoCo this week is a bit of a stretch, but I keep thinking about my podcast with Pat Malloy on the LoCo Experience, and Pat has severe vision impairment. Like, he couldn't recognize you from sitting right here.
Oh, okay.
And he lived much of his life as a sighted person, including passing his driver's license exam with the help of a microcassette recording from his mother.
Wow.
Of her taking the exam. He eventually sacrificed his driving privileges in 2012.
As he should, I think.
And he worked part-time as a handyman and floor worker for the Landings Youth Shelter in Loveland. And the teens are really inspired by a handyman that can do all these things and can barely see.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating and morally conflicting story. And it's amazing to me that Pat never ran over anybody or didn't even have a fender bender when he was driving around northern Colorado for over a decade.
Yeah, so he made it work.
It's episode 269, and you've never heard another story like it. So check that out.
Yeah, that's a terrifying and inspiring story, in my opinion.
Agreed.
My What's Moving is actually a sad update. I previously had highlighted the restaurant Saffron Scoops and Bites as an Indian restaurant where we should all go check out their ice cream and food, and they announced that they are permanently closed this week. So we no longer have the opportunity for some amazing ice cream. They did post that they do have plans to return bigger and better than ever, but we don't know what that means. And so as of now, that business is closed. It's moving out of NoCo.
Sorry to hear that.
Same. It was a great place. But our next segment is Community Gatherings, brought to you by Ginger and Baker. And when we started this segment, we were plugging an upcoming event, which was their first murder mystery party. And I kept saying, it's not until May. You've got time. You've got a couple months. Well, guys, May is not that far away because we're in May now. And so now is the time to grab your tickets. It's coming up May 19th. When I checked yesterday, there was only about a dozen tickets left for the Baker's Half Dozen Murder Mystery Party. So grab your ticket now before they're all gone. You don't want to miss out.
Get it. This week, I'm going to feature the ever-popular Fort Fun.
We love Fort Fun.
I was there for a chamber meeting last week and was reminded just what an amazing facility and the operation. They're 25 years old this summer, and it started as a mini golf course only.
I remember that.
Now 2 whole courses, go-kart track, laser tag, arcade, restaurant. You know, they basically operate a full mechanic shop there to keep the go-karts on the road.
Yeah,
and it's quite an operation, and they've got a great restaurant and menu there too, plus bumper boats and tons of stuff. So, and I wanted to mention that they've gifted millions of dollars of free usage to nonprofit children's causes over the years.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, any group like Boys and Girls Clubs or the Matthews House or Respite Care can have special needs or at-risk youth come in there and use the facility off hours before separately, and they do it for free. So
that is what we love to hear.
It was super inspiring.
I was like, we've loved Fort Fun, and that makes me want to support it even more so
True.
that they can support causes like that.
100%.
So I love that. Well, Friday Fest is back. Well, it's not back yet, but the official lineup has been released, and Friday Fest will be back this summer. If you don't know what Friday Fest is, it is downtown Greeley's Friday night live music event.
Cool.
It runs from June 5th to August 7th this year. They always kick it off with the Blues Jam in June. And one of the extra fun things about Friday Fest in downtown Greeley is that Greeley actually has the Go Cup program. So 9th Street Plaza is considered an open carry area. So you can bring open carry of alcohol. You can bring...
or guns, probably. It's Greeley, right?
I was like, I don't know their gun laws. Check those
okay
before
too.
you go. But you can buy alcohol from participating downtown restaurants and carry it out into the plaza while you listen to music, shop vendors, and hang out.
Is that any time or just like during these Friday things?
Only during Go Cup events. So every Friday Fest, and then they have a few more throughout the year that are Go Cup. You get a specific cup. Do not bring your own alcohol to the Friday Fest because of Go Cup. You will be banned. So you don't want that. But add it to your calendar now.
Very cool. The NoCo Beat is our arts and entertainment segment, keeping you on the pulse of the arts in our communities. And Kelsey, what do you got coming up?
Yeah, coming up is the Loud Frame Film Festival coming to the Lyric. It is May 22nd through 24th. This is the first year of it. It is getting put on by the same creator of a DIY horror film fest that was at the Lyric in October. I ran across this randomly in October and have kind of talked back and forth with the creator. And I'm actually meeting with her next week. And I might be popping up on the Friday night of the film fest coming up. So keep an eye out for that. But it is an international film festival. If you would like to volunteer or be a vendor, they are looking for any local businesses that want to vend at the event. Send us a DM and I can get you connected with Comet.
Dig it.
Yeah, what do you got this week, Kurt?
I've got the Thursday Night Live concert series coming up. It's not until May 28th is the first one, but then it's 16 weeks in a row. Every Thursday night at 7 p.m. in Old Town Square. And the first one is one of my favorites locally, the Burrows. So that's frontman Johnny Burrows and a 9-piece, you know those guys, I'm sure.
We love the Burrows. It's always amazing, though, when they do a free show. I feel like that's pretty rare nowadays. And so I'm sure the square is going to be packed.
And if you haven't seen them, like, this is like the most kid-friendly. Like, those kids are going to be out there shaking their booties.
It is dancing music for everybody. The Burrows are a great time.
So next up,
we've got Community Supporting Community, which is brought to you by Breeze Through Car Wash. They are always supporting our community through different nonprofits and areas that they can get into. Breeze Through is such a local business that they are involved in things that you would never guess. They are making sure that our cars are clean and that our businesses and community are supported well. So definitely check out Breeze Through. Now is the perfect time to grab a membership so that your car is clean all summer. And this one is a little bit NoCo Beat, a little bit community supporting community. Coming up, there is the event Stay, a night of metal and hope. It is a metal concert at the Sound Bar that is supporting the Suicide Prevention Alliance of Larimer County. Personally, metal music is not for me, but I know so many people that would just want to get out for the metal, and to be able to combine that with something you're doing to really support the mental health of our community, I think is a perfect embodiment of what supporting our community looks like. That is May 17th, so grab your tickets now. What are you supporting this week, Kurt?
Well, I thought I would mention first, keep your eyes open for my interview with Matt from Mead Krieger Meadery.
Yes.
He had a 5-year professional, semi-professional heavy metal or metal type career traveling internationally. And it was pretty interesting. He basically didn't make any money. He saved up when he was here so he could go travel with the band.
I think that makes sense. And if you've ever seen Matt at Mead Krieger, I didn't know that about him, but it makes total sense that he would have been in a metal band.
For sure. So look forward to that interview in a few weeks coming out. My community supporting community thing is an inspiring story that was shared with me just a couple weeks ago, Shauna from my new cleaning company. And she cleaned the office just last week and found 13 ping pong balls that had been left behind.
It looks great. She did an excellent job.
But she moved here about 2 years ago from like a tough part of Columbus, Ohio, with, frankly, a lot of mockers that were like, you'll never make it. She moved here in her car on gas cards.
Wow.
With her daughter and maybe even 2 kids. I met her daughter because she cleans with her now, but she found a job and then her car broke down.
Oh, no.
And she went to get a daily rental, and the owner of the daily rental company hooked her up with a car that he gifted to her, put new tires on it, fresh oil change, sold it to her for $250, technically.
But, wow.
And she also got help from House of Neighborly Services with housing and other support. And she's now representing this cleaning agency at networking groups from Fort Collins to Berthoud and cleaning with her daughter. And her boss told her early in that he considers her an asset to the company.
Wow.
And she's like, I knew what that meant, but I had never heard it before.
Yeah, no one had ever said that.
And she's in stable housing, and she got a $4 an hour raise recently, and I was just so inspired. I'm going to tear up right now,
that's
honestly.
I was like, that is the story of community supporting our community.
It is, and just a little help from a few different places, and now she's totally changed her lives.
Yeah,
and the lives of her kids.
And our lives by keeping everything clean.
Yes.
So shout out.
Shout out to Shauna. Thank you.
That is an amazing story. I love hearing the way that different things like just a person that was able to help her with the car, down to nonprofits, down to all of the different ways that those things come together in Northern Colorado, I think is unique and special and something to be celebrated. So
and she's worked hard too.
Yeah, every day, I'm sure. And that to be in networking groups where even that is an intimidating thing on top of it, she killed it. Yeah, she's doing great. So go Shauna.
Yeah.
But what is going on in the business world?
In the business world, I'm going to highlight an upcoming guest on the LoCo Experience podcast, Andrew Johnson, with Business Networking Done Right.
Okay.
And Andrew was a longtime B&I director of sorts in Colorado, but he started his own brand a couple of years ago, and he's grown to 4 chapters and 120 members. He's got a Lunch and Learn workshop on May 20th for the Loveland Chamber, but anybody's welcome. And the topic is building stronger referral relationships.
Very
Not
nice.
stronger, but strong. It costs $30, includes lunch. It's a 2-hour workshop and lunch session. And the dude is, frankly, pretty much a master of the craft. And so I really encourage people, if you want to get stronger in your networking ability, check out that session or check out his groups because he's a gem.
Yeah, and as I just mentioned, networking is intimidating to me. So that seems like a great place to start. So love that. I wanted to shout out Dixie Daly. I met her at the Hope Blooms fundraiser a few weeks ago, and then I've been following
Dixie's
on
awesome.
with all that she does, and she's truly everywhere. I've never seen someone that is in more places, from everything from creating a pink coffee with Top of the Lake coffee to being now announced as the Grand Marshal for the upcoming Larimer County Parade.
If I had half of her energy, I wouldn't even know what to do with myself.
Yes, and I can tell she uses it for good. She is out supporting all of the businesses. So if you haven't checked her out, check out Dixie Daly. If you get the chance to meet her, it's going to be with a smile and with a selfie. And that is something that I aspire to be remembered as.
There's something going on right now where she's like some kind of an entrepreneur of impact.
Yes, she has been nominated
or whatever. So I think there's a place to vote for her on that somewhere out there on the internet. So look out for that.
Yes,
too.
if you go look her up, then she's got it tagged. You can go and vote for her, but she's great. So
awesome.
What are we eating this week? Every week, I feel like I'm trying to figure out dinner and what it is. And everybody has to eat. So what are we eating, NoCo? And we finally tried the taco stop. I have to be honest that when someplace is very busy and I have to wait, I'm not going to go there for a while. I don't like to wait for food. So the taco stop has been nationally recognized by USA Today, and I've been meaning to try it for months, and we just haven't made it in. It definitely lived up to the hype. It was amazing. I had the tacos al carbon, and they were delicious. They were not a street style taco. that you couldn't really even pick them up because they were so full and covered with amazing things.
And their sauces are so good there too.
Yes, and so honestly, I loved it. 3 tacos was more than enough of a meal for me, which sometimes with street tacos, you kind of never know. And I had to bring a whole taco home. So definitely, if you haven't been, what are you doing? Go check out the taco stop.
Shout out to Bernice and Caesar. They were my neighbors when I had a food trailer at the commissary.
Oh, great.
So Caesar was a classically trained chef in Mexico City, is where he got his training, and he helped me like 5 times. Just, here, do it this way. It's so much faster. And instead of this way. And we just became friends then because he was just so generous with his wisdom.
Yeah,
and we've been friends ever since.
I love to hear that.
They're awesome people. I'm doing kind of on the same theme. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but the new Yellow Crunch Colombian restaurant is open now at the Exchange, and they're in the former Crooked Stave location, which I think they must have went from like 1,000 square feet to 3,500 or something like that. And so the new location, you guys, is beautiful. There's like these giant murals on several of the walls that they flew up artists from Colombia to do. There's maybe a 12 by 20 television, like a single screen television that they're going to have sports on. At the time, it was just like reef pictures and stuff because they hadn't been able to figure out it.
Yeah,
they were just brand new opening.
Their opening.
It is amazing. And so shout out to Yellow Crunch. Bring your friends to Yellow Crunch if you want to impress them with a cool spot in Fort Collins. So.
Yes, I agree. I was just actually talking to Elvis, who owns Yellow Crunch, and they should be featured in this upcoming summer issue of Discover NoCo magazine to highlight their new space because it is huge. It is such a big move for them. So definitely check it out and bring everybody to check it out.
Very good.
Well, over here, you know that we are Loco for local, and we want to know how you're supporting local this week. And so if you go out, you go to Yellow Crunch, you try the taco stop, tag us, let us know, and let them know that the NoCo Pulse sent you. I want to shout out Laughing Buck Farm this week. She let me know that they are weekly listeners over at Laughing Buck Farm. So thank you for that. And she is going to be sharing the podcast with her entire newsletter and email group because she thinks that they would also really enjoy what we are bringing. So thank you for spreading the word.
And what do they do at Laughing Buck Farm?
Laughing Buck Farm is amazing. They have everything from markets and vegetable swaps to kids' summer camps, and there are still some spots in their kids' summer camps. So check those out. They've got homesteader camp, they've got horse camp, and they really are involved in the community. She also then has a nonprofit that helps support gardening and vegetables for people in our community. So check them out.
Lastly, a quick reminder, in the next few weeks, you're going to see the NoCo Pulse become the NoCo Pulse and get its own RSS feed. So because it is so much different than the long form, we just felt it was time. And, listeners like, was it Lisa?
Yep, from the Laughing Buck.
Being like, I don't listen to Kurt's 2-hour-long stuff, but I do listen to you guys every week. Well, we're going to make it easier for you guys to do that. So keep listening to both, but make sure you look for the NoCo Pulse as that news comes out.
Yep. And thank you for being with us this week. We will see you next week. Every Monday, new episodes are released, so you know what's coming up that week. Thanks, NoCo.
Godspeed.
Cheers.
That's a wrap on another episode of the NoCo Pulse, your source for what's happening right here in Northern Colorado. Thanks for spending some time with us today. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend, a neighbor, or anyone who loves this community as much as we do. Word of mouth is everything for a show like ours. Local, independent media only exists because of listeners like you, people who believe that community stories deserve to be told. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for caring, and we'll see you next time right here on the NoCo Pulse.